Hello, everyone. Um, so I've had some feedback from the last video that I needed like a, what's it called? Selfie light. So look, I've got one. I don't know if it works, but we'll see. Anyway, so wanted to talk to you about Zillow, and this is whether you are, this can be shared with other realtors or anybody who uses Realtor that uses Zillow as a site for their business, but it's mainly for consumers because we hear a lot about Zillow and all of the good things about it. I wanted to talk about Zillow versus the other websites. So Zillow is great for a lot of things. There's no denying that. It's great for Zestimates on what your average rent amount would be if you're an investor. It's great for tax data to determine what tax rate is on the house. It's good for sales statistics. It's also good for determining how many times the house has been on or off the market. But it's actually super inaccurate for a lot of other reasons. So one thing I want consumers to remember about Zillow is that not every listing that's available in the marketplace that would be on the MLS at your local board will be on Zillow. So not every brokerage syndicates to Zillow, which means every realtor who's a licensed member of the board puts their listing in the MLS system. Many websites grab that data and then put it onto their website, claiming that theirs is better, bigger, shinier than a realtor's website. And then that data can become inaccurate. But then also, on top of it being inaccurate, you could be missing out on a house by only going to Zillow. Because like I said, not all brokerages locally here in Memphis syndicate to Zillow. So check with your brokerage that your agent belongs to make sure that they syndicate to Zillow before you list the house. And then sometimes the agent has the ability to go ahead and syndicate to Zillow on their own. So yeah, Zillow is a top consumer website according to a lot of different sources, but the most accurate website, if you wanted to pick a website that was not related to any specific agent, would be realtor.com. And there's a reason for that. So Zillow sometimes takes 2-ish days, depending on the day that it's input into the MLS, to actually pull and get placed on their website. Sometimes it's immediate, but sometimes it can take a couple of days. What that means for you is that by the time you as a buyer are looking for houses and you identify one on Zillow, it could very well be sold. And I know a lot of people in our conversations reference Zillow a lot, and they say, I was on Zillow, I saw this house, is it available? And they get frustrated. Well, that house is not available. That house is not available. And it's because Zillow doesn't update as quickly as realtor websites and realtor.com does. So if your agent doesn't have a website, I'm sure their brokerage does, I encourage you to sign on. You can use Zillow for whatever metric you want in terms of verifying data, but I really wouldn't use Zillow as a sole source of looking for properties or finding available properties. Also, if you don't believe me, if you're a homeowner, no matter where you live, go to Zillow right now. I challenge you to look up your own address and verify that your data is correct or inaccurate. It's very hard to change your data if it's being reported as inaccurate data. And just remember, if your house is outdated or has inaccurate data, the Zestimate for your neighbor is using your inaccurate data to provide a Zestimate for their house, and so on and so on. So when you are thinking about selling your house, you can use Zillow with a grain of salt for some metrics, but do not use it as the end-all be-all value. It does not take into consideration particular subdivisions. It doesn't know if you've updated your house or not. It doesn't know if you've completed the upstairs and a bonus room. It doesn't know if you've added a pool. It would be up to the individual consumer to go to Zillow, claim their own house, and then create their own data, correct their own data within the Zillow profile. So just a little tip there. Also, if, because I'm going live, I have to write notes too. Oh, and so basically that's my tip for the day. And so don't use Zillow unless you want to just know basic facts. And if you want accurate information, go to a realtor's website. Mine happens to be livelovememphis.com or livelovedesoto.com. And if you have any other questions about Zillow, let me know. Hope you guys are having a good day.